Pankaj Bikram Nembang has been elected the new president of All Nepal Football Association (ANFA) in a tight race as he brushed aside his closest challenger, immediate past ANFA president Karma Chering Sherpa by just 6 votes. With Nembang winning the ANFA presidency, all eyes will now be on how the new leadership will deal with head coach Abdullah Al-Mutairi's recent controversy and move ANFA forward. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. The government decides to reject the State Partnership Program (SPP) with the United States following widespread protests. A letter to be sent to the US through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Election for the District Coordination Committee is underway. Effectiveness and necessity of the committee is formed to help facilitate coordination between local levels in question. Israel set to hold a 5th general election in under 4 years after its fractured coalition government concludes it cannot survive. And Pankaj Bikram Nembang, elected as the new president of All Nepal Football Association (ANFA), defeats incumbent ANFA president Karma Chering Sherpa by a slim margin. Following widespread protests, the government has decided to reject the State Partnership Program (SPP) with the United States of America. According to Education Minister Devendra Paudel, yesterday's meeting of the Council of Ministers, held at the official residence of the Prime Minister in Baluatar, has decided to correspond with the United States of America, expressing Nepal's decision of rejecting the SPP. Minister Paudel added that such a letter would be written by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Minister for Land Management, Cooperatives and Poverty Alleviation, Sashi Shrestha, also informed that the government had made the decision for the correspondence. The government had faced strong criticisms from all quarters after the SPP agreement had come to the fore. Political parties had been alleging each other regarding the issues of the SPP. Meanwhile, the cabinet has also decided to suspend the executive chairperson of Nepal Airlines, Yuvraj Adhikari. The Parliament has directed the government to furnish explanations regarding the price hike in petroleum products. After lawmakers protested against the price hike and drew the attention of the government at yesterday's session of the House of Representatives, Speaker Agni Sapkota issued a ruling asking the government to provide answers for the rise in prices of petroleum products. At yesterday's House session, lawmakers expressed their stern protest against the price hike and criticized the government. Lawmakers of the ruling side and the opposition both demanded the government to take back its decision to raise the prices of petroleum products. The price of crude oil has been decreasing in the international market in recent time as it has declined by $14 in the past 6 months to stand at $109 per barrel. Despite such a reduction, the Nepal Oil Corporation has been increasing the price of petroleum products, citing no drop in price of processed fuel. The national oil monopoly, Nepal Oil Corporation, increased the price of petrol by 21 rupees on Sunday. Petrol is now available at 199 rupees per litre, the highest in history of the country. The NOC also increased the price of diesel by 27 rupees, setting the new price at 192 rupees per litre. The latest decision of the NOC is being protested from all corners. Prior to this, the corporation had been revising the price of petroleum products to curb the cross-border smuggling, as it said fuel were available at a relative lower price in Nepal than in India. However, petrol now costs 28 rupees higher in Nepal than in the southern neighbor. Experts have called for revising the petroleum purchase agreement with the Indian Oil Corporation. Such a revision is likely to reduce the consumer's brunt. The government can currently address the public plight by reducing taxes on fuel products. The government taxes on petrol and diesel currently stand at 65 rupees per litre and 49 rupees per litre respectively. Meanwhile, the NOC has said that availability of petroleum products in the current global situation was in itself an achievement. The NOC has suffered losses of 50 billion rupees in this fiscal year and has added that it can no longer bear monthly losses exceeding 4 billion rupees. The absence of coordination between the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Industries regarding reduction of taxes has affected more than 5 million daily users of fuel and indirectly affected other citizens. Fares of public vehicles have increased with the rise in the price of petroleum products. Based on the arrangement of revision of fare rates through the automated system, the Department of Transport Management has increased the fares of inter-province and goods-laden vehicles. The department has increased the fare by up to 7.7%. Fare of inter-province public vehicles has increased by 5.3%. That of goods-laden vehicles operating in the hilly region has seen a rise of 6.94%, while fare of vehicles operating in Tarai region has increased by 7.7%. However, the fare of vehicles operating in the local routes has remained unchanged. And we'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Welcome back. Fresh off the local level elections, the election for the district coordination committees are currently underway. While 69 district coordination committees have already elected their officials, 8 are yet to hold their polls. Meanwhile, the effectiveness and the necessity of the district coordination committee that was formed to help facilitate coordination between local levels has largely been questioned. More in this report.
Since the implementation of federalism, district coordination committees have been assigned the responsibility of supporting coordination between municipalities and rural municipalities in each district, maintaining the momentum of development works and monitoring of the local levels. Officials of the committee have said they lack required resources to execute their works. With 3 tiers of government currently in operation, the District Coordination Committee has been often taken as an added burden to the state coffers, as over 1 billion rupees is provided to the committees annually. Each committee is given a budget of around 12 to 14 million rupees, excluding vehicle facilities for the chief of the committee and the local development officer. Despite high administrative expenses, the committees have failed to be effective. Committee officials have often been criticized, saying they waste their time in traveling in the name of monitoring and meetings. Analysts question on the necessity of the district coordination committees while there are already 3 tiers of government under the federal structure, and have called the committees institutions used by political parties to employ their own cadres.
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question: why have the district coordination committees failed to perform? Your options: option A, lack of authority; option B, no business; and option C, lack of resources. The voting is on. Type any WS. Select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. The Pulse Stock Exchange Index (NEPSE) dropped by 49.31 points to close at 1,884 points yesterday, as investors have lost 70 billion rupees on a single day. Increasing interest rate and lack of liquidity have led to the bearish trend of the stock market index in recent time. Non-life insurance dropped by the highest 239 points, while life insurance saw a decline of 234 points. A total of 6,186,000 shares of 230 companies were traded at 1.75 billion rupees yesterday. Despite the bearish trend, investors of Adikola Microfinance, CYC Nepal Microfinance and Oriental Hotel have earned from their stocks. Investors losing the highest amount were from Terathum Power Company, Kalika Power and River Falls Power. Police have jailed Manoj Pandey under the charges of human trafficking and sexual abuse. Kathmandu District Court Judge Prakash Thangana ordered for Manoj Pandey to remain in custody at Delhi Bazaar jail for trial. Pandey is accused of raping a minor who was participating at the 2014 Miss Global International pageant. He took her to a hotel where he sexually abused her for 6 months by blackmailing her by taking photos and videos. Immediately after, a child also came forward with similar claims against Pandey. The Kathmandu Valley Crime Investigation Office took control of Pandey and started investigating the case. Time now for sports news.
Sports news.
Pankaj Bikram Nembang has been elected as the president of All Nepal Football Association (ANFA). Nembang secured the post of ANFA president, bagging 45 votes out of the total of 84. Nembang won yesterday's election, defeating his closest challenger, immediate past ANFA president Karma Chering Sherpa by a slim margin of only 6 votes, as Sherpa managed to secure 39 votes. Bir Bahadur Khadka from the Nembang panel secured the senior vice president post with 44 votes, defeating his nearest contender Sikshit Parazuli by just 4 votes. Dawalama with 48 votes, Virat Jang Shahi and Deepak Khatiwada with 47 votes each, along with Dirgha Bahadur Kesi with 43 votes have been elected ANFA vice presidents. 6 individuals from the Nembang panel and 5 from the Sherpa panel have been elected as members of ANFA. From the Nembang panel, Rabindra Chand bagging 46 votes, Vikash Narayan Shrestha, Bhojraj Shahi and Mahendra Chetri all securing 44 votes, and Purushottam Thapa with 43 votes were victorious in the race for members. Likewise, from the Sherpa panel, Manish Joshi with 48 votes, Ramesh Byanjankar securing 43 votes, Mani Raj Bista with 42 votes, Tikaram Lama claiming 41 votes, and Bharat Budthapa with 40 votes were also elected as members. It has been informed that re-election will be conducted today for 2 posts of ANFA members. Re-election is taking place as Deepak Thapa Chetri, Rupesh Adhikari, Lokendra Gurung and Dipendra Dhimal all secured 39 votes. Meanwhile, Sarila Shrestha and Pema Dolma Lama have been elected as female members. Sarila bagged 46 votes while Pema garnered 43 votes to win the post. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked football fans, players and officials what should the new leadership of ANFA do to avoid controversies in the organization and develop the sports. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
प्रत्येक एरियाको लोकल खेलाडीहरुलाई राम्रोसँग एउटा सुविधा दिएर अगाडि बढाउन सकेमा सायद फुटबलको विकास आफै बन्छ।
स्वार्थहरु चाहिँ हटाउनु पर्छ, व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थहरु त्यमा र विकास गर्नको लागि सबै भएर लाग्नु पर्यो।
राजनीतिक त्यहाँ भित्र नछिदियोस्, यो अहिले लेटेस्ट निस्केको खेलाडीहरुको तुरुन्त समाधान गरोस्।
निस्वार्थ भावनाले काम गर्नु पर्यो हैन, र यो गुड भन्नु भएन।
सुदूरपश्चिम पछाडी परेको अवस्था हालसम्म पनि भएर विशेष ग्राह्यतामा राखेर
Nepal is taking on Hong Kong this afternoon in the match played under the ACC Women's T20 Championship. The match is scheduled to kick off at 12 noon Nepal time at Kinarara Cricket Ground in Malaysia. Nepal has remained undefeated in the ongoing championship, securing wins in all 3 matches played so far. Nepal had defeated Bhutan by 50 runs in the first match, while Nepal won against Kuwait by 25 runs in the second match. Likewise, Nepal thumped Bahrain by 8 wickets in the third match. With the 3 consecutive wins, Nepal has entered the semi-finals of the championship with the match in hand. Nepal is aiming for a win in the last match of the group stage today as well. Meanwhile, Hong Kong had defeated Bhutan by 14 runs in the first match and secured an 8-wicket victory against Bahrain in the second match. The 2 teams that reach the finals of the ongoing championship will be selected for the Asia Cup. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.